I'm very excited about. I'm sure she's here. Oh, there she is. She's so completely beautiful. I'm gonna play this next tune for you. This next song was the last song that I wrote in Orange Envy, which was the band with my parents. We had a lot of good times with it. I wrote this song, and it totally changed my. Again, I'm gonna go back to style of songwriting. My songwriting really grew when I wrote this tune. And this ended up being the beginning song that I took over into the band Still Standing. This is Fall Away. Fall away, know your place in this time. I can find no peace of mind. But happy go, wrong I know. Things can't be undone. On your breath somewhere. Lies, loneliness completes it all, and still I fall away. No words, everything will be used against me, but I can't fight what happened here. I was so ignorant to your games. Thought you gonna be someone to drag me home. Call your name behind my eyes. Leave me in your filth and lies. Loneliness completes it all, and still I fall away. Fall away, fall away. You guys remember that band, Still Standing? We had a good long run. It's almost 7 years. Some of my favorite music. Well, coming out of that, man, it's believe it or not, I was tired of playing covers all the time. We had a lot of original in Orange Envy, but we were playing 3 and 4 hour sets, and they really take a toll on you creatively when you're playing covers that often. And I really wanted to pursue my acoustic music, and I was writing a lot poppier things, and I wanted to take some time to make a family. And me and my wife been talking about it for a while, and The last show Orange Envy had was the night my wife got pregnant. Go figure. It was a good night. I won't go into detail because it's my beautiful wife. And I wrote this song dedicated specifically to her. I love you, babe. Every time I look at you, I see the things that we've gone through. And it reminds me of better days. And you know it's true, I live only for you, and I show it in a million ways. When I look in your eyes, I can see it deep inside. I'll hold you close, never let you go. I'll be all that you need me to be. Everything I am and everything I'm not just wants to be with you. With you. Every time I look at you, I say the crazy things we do, and it reminds me that I'm alive. You and only you can make me feel the way I do, girl. You're my natural high. When I look in your eyes, I can see it deep inside. I'll hold you close, never let you fall. I'll be all that you need me to be. Everything I am and everything I'm not just wants to be with you. I know I'm here to lay rest all your fears. Find comfort in my arms again. Yeah. I'll hold you close, never let you fall. I'll be all that you need me to be. Everything I am and everything I'm not just wants to be with you. With you. Just want to be, just want to, just want to be, just want to be. I look around and I see a lot of familiar faces in here tonight. Thank you. You all have been a part of my life for many years. Some of you for very few years. But I appreciate it very muchly. I'm glad everybody's able to come out here tonight. What's the score of the game right now, Christine? 27-14. Dang it. Panthers, yes! Tell you what, why don't we have a party at intermission for them? Where we'll have snacks and drinks and it's like it's a party. I think we should do that. I got a couple more tunes for you and then we'll take a quick intermission. Whew. Ultimately, again, when Orange Envy ended, and I started my acoustic project, which lasted about a month, and I realized that, man, I really enjoyed playing a lot harder music. I was writing a lot harder, and I wanted to play with some new musicians, and I started a band called Still Standing, which at the time I didn't think anything about it because I was young and dumb and didn't really care about anybody but myself at the time, and really seriously hurt my parents because it had just been a month or so from the time that Orange Envy had ended. And I kind of crushed my dad because we were pretty much best friends. And I love you, Dad. And he said some things that that really got to me, and I'm sure I said some things that really got to him as well, as children do, unfortunately. I hope I don't ever have to experience that with Zachary, but I'm sure it's coming. And it really fueled the entire first album. The song is called Crushed. I just want to say that while we're doing this, I should probably tune so that everything sounds nice and pretty for the album. And Ron, if you want to cut this part out, that's totally fine, guy. Don't cry for me, it won't be long. Inside my mind is where it grows. Every time of my eyes and see your own, I will break you down till you are gone. Looking back in time, it began with you. Mystified by what is true. Every glimpse of home crushed, broken too. Your mouth this time till I am through. I bleed because of you. Hate breeds as it consumes any faith in you. Take your lies. I'll bury the sacks in you. As it Again, I just want to go back to my dad is a brilliant man, okay? It was about like crushed, I crushed you. I'm sorry, man. It's been lots of years. I let it go. Oh, I'd like to take just a second, and I'd like to have that really round belly pregnant wife of mine to come on down. Welcome Miss Andrea Jackson to the stage. This next song that I'm gonna do is, I completely ripped it off from her poem that she wrote. It's sitting right over here on the stool, sweetheart. And she's gonna read the poem to you right quick, and you're gonna realize how I did not rip it off from her at all, but I did take one word, and so to her that was ripping it off. So whatever. Without further ado, Miss Andrea Jackson.
All right, I apologize for having to read it, but I wasn't even trying to remember this because I have prego brain going on. So, burn bright before me, glowing with deliberate efficiency. Shine your evil star into my edifice of stability. Prick me with the thorns of your disgusting flower, separating my pieces of tranquility. Spread the disease, let it grow inside of my naked soul. Sing those lullaby songs, let them drip eerily from the cracks between your teeth. Spilling out of your mouth, landing harshly upon my reality, disrupting my accurate portrayal of a normalness, of a carefully planned out, mapped out existence that becomes so twisted when you seep through the cracked doorway and threw me a never-ending freeway of interrogatives and imperatives that I cannot distinguish from honesty, because you breathe so pure, so righteously, and convincingly attain my attention to hear your proposition of letting you light my way with your blinding persistence and deafening commands of affection, interrupting my stoic disposition.
My wife, everyone. You see why I love her. And I did not rip this off from her at all. I used a word. And I found this poem in my music room one night. Apparently it was several years after she had written it. And I read it and I was like, this is terrible. She hates me. And she's trying to explain the poem to me still to this day to tell me that it's a love poem, but I don't get it. Balcony. Everybody give a round of applause to Mr. Johnny Rochester. He'll come back with some more comedic relief for you right after this. This last song is called Black Star. You shine your star black tonight. I can't make my way, crawling hands and knees, no end in sight. You're all I search for, ever I've cursed you, forever I've called out your name. Listen, but I can't seem to find what I'm looking, to find what's tearing me apart. Realize, but I don't want to. Those autumn nights, so crisp and clear. Cold sweats, I scream, bodies everywhere. Sex fills the air. You're all I yearn for, ever I've cursed you, forever I've called out your name. Listen, but I can't seem to much to live for. All my life I've walked in your shadow far too low, and now you are gone. You are gone. You are gone. Forever I'm cursed you. Forever I'm called out your name. Listen, but I can't seem to find what I'm looking. Find what's tearing me apart. Realize, but I don't want to die. Thank you all. Come join me for some refreshments and whatnot. Thank you, guys.